Welcome back to The Final K, the official podcast of Flamme Rouge Racing. Tactics, tech, and tenacity all in one place. I'm your host, Nathan Krake, and besides me is FRR Race Control himself, Mr. Rich Vale. Now, this is episode 9. This is going to be a big one as well. We are going to be talking about RAZ410. We're going to get into the Tour, Liv du Tour, the Weekend Warrior, and Super 6 Season 2 is just around the corner. So with that all said, Rich, welcome. Now, before we get into this, and anyone who's watching, we're live, so please get involved. You got a question, drop in the comments, add the word question to the start of it so we can keep an eye out for it, and we'll do our best to answer it as well. And if you're not in the FRR Discord yet, that's where all the other chat happens. Links in the description below, along with the FRR website. Right then, Rich, so you've been busy, mate. You've had a massive weekend. Glad to see you are still upright. Fill us in on all the action that's been taking place.
Well, this weekend, and by the way, welcome again, actually, Nathan. Good to see you again so early in your morning. RAZ410. We set out as it's our longest weekend, technically, daylight-wise, isn't it? So, which also coincided with lots of sunshine in Europe anyway. And
was it a good weekend, was it, weather-wise?
Storming. I think at the end of the day is, I think probably, sadly, the last place you really want to be, I think probably is cycling indoors.
I was going to say, that wouldn't have been too nice, would it?
No, but it is what it is, isn't it? I mean, it is a weekend that people choose to Everest. They tend to do all sorts of things. And certainly in Europe, or certainly in the UK, some of the longer sportives happen this sort of weekend, in this weekend, last weekend, and that sort of, because again, they get the most daylight hours to to complete things. So, so we set out with Raz, Race Across Zwift, with Scotty, and see what we can do there. So obviously we set out very ambitiously, I think, at the end of the day, with the now 400 kilometers and 10,000 meters of climbing. Now, if Mr. Matthew Ladd is out there somewhere, and I know he is, probably cycling up a
lurking
hill
around,
he'll
be doing something, won't he?
He'll be cycling up Galibier or something at 150%, and he'll be on his 16th attempt in the last hour. But he's got to bear in mind that RAZ410 was one of his ideas in the day of, let's do 400 kilometers and 10,000 meters of climbing. But Matthew,
as you do.
But Matthew, where did I see you this weekend? I don't think I did. So I'm calling you out on that one, Mr. Ladd. But yeah, so we set out there. So we put 2 challenges out there. That 410, the 400 kilometers, 10,000, but you've only got 36 hours, no sleep.
Yep.
And technically, we've also did the. I thought, that's a lot, that is, isn't it? I thought, maybe there's another option. I can work around 410, and I could do 41. So I looked around. Now I know there's been lots of chat about. There's actually about 47 climbs across Zwift, I think. By the time you take,
if you're going to get picky.
Well, yeah, okay. I mean, but 41. I'd have got 41 on my list. I thought, wow, that works really well with a decimal point with 410. So we thought, well, how fast can we get around? Bit of a a Rome type event where you sort of pick your own way, do your own sort of or sort of an Audaxy type thing. Just get into the worlds, barring Bologna, which we couldn't do without actually having some event on. So those were put on. Just navigate your way around. So and bizarrely enough, I actually found it quite interesting to do. I started out at pretty much the same time as you, 10 o'clock, I think, my time.
Time in the morning,
in the evening. And just set about Watopia. I thought, well, okay, I'll go and do all the Watopia ones and sort of finish on the Alp. I think I just found it really interesting. It didn't bother me that there wasn't, you weren't cycling in a big group. because the total focus all the time was how fast was I going to do the climbs. I used the bits in between as a bit of a recovery, and trying to do as less hills as possible in between the hills that you were trying to have a go at. So we all set out for those people who are out there to do that. Again, the RAZ was another. Again, you've got 36 hours, but again, you're not supposed to sleep. I know. Well, in some respects, so doing the 41 climbs, I thought, well, you don't need sleep on that one. But I don't think. I think no one's actually completed the challenge just yet, so it's still open for another year. That one is. There was 3 or 4 people who was doing it.
I was just saying we had yourself, obviously. You were in the mix there. Elton Judd as well. He was
good old.
He was
Elton.
knocking him out. Yep. He didn't get the. It looks like he missed out on Ventop.
I think he did Ventop. No, I think he did Ventop. I think he bugged out for something else.
Right.
Again, it's understandable that we have lives to lead as well. I think Elton's other half says you've got to go and cut the hedge or something like that. All the wombats out in Hobart are going to have him or something.
He's a Hobart boy, is he?
Yeah, I'm sure he's Hobart boy.
Yeah.
Is that what do you call that over there? Do you have any special
Taswegians? Yep.
So
Tasmanians are proof that Adelaide people can swim. And then we had Norax as well.
Yeah, so, Norax again. I think he was the certainly out of everyone out there the strongest. As he always is, strongest climber, most audible. He needs a bit of a filter, don't you, Norax, sometimes? But it's all in good nature. I think he also had a bit of, but I think he also had some knee issues out there as well. I think he was. I'm sure I saw a message out there saying, "Oh, my knees." But I think he did complete them all.
He did. I can see the list here in front of me.
Yeah, I can see the list in there, and I suppose I'd need to validate whether he did it all in 36 hours. So I need to see your Strava's Norax, and then I can validate whether you've done it. I'm sure you have, but yeah. So and I think with Elton, what was quite good for me is that our times were very similar, so it became quite a competitive thing for me. Just say, okay, right, done it. Oh, right, I've won that one by 20 seconds. Lost that one by, I must have dawdled on one. Where have I lost 2 minutes on that? So it was good. I think it was just good just to try and get your way around, certainly around Watopia, because again, I didn't use any jumps. I didn't use any sort of, there's a mate over there, I'll leap over there to do the hill any faster. It was
except for the radio tower.
No, I'd already done the radio tower.
Oh, okay. So that was your second time up the radio tower, was it?
Well, it was only the last 100 meters for you, wasn't it? So it might have seemed longer, but
it was forever.
It was forever. No, I think I jumped to you once I'd finished the Alp. So because that was the last one I did in Watopia at that point. So I said, right, okay, then I'll just finish my little challenge there and get to the top. I thought, right, where's Nathan now? I did try to jump to you at one point when you were on the hilly reverse, but I think you must have completed that and then went off somewhere else.
Moved on, yep. And that's the trick, isn't it? Like it's okay in Watopia, you can kind of get around that okay, but for the other worlds, if they aren't in circulation, if they're not on the schedule, then you've got to create events to get to them. So, which is what I did. I did do that.
Exactly. All you do really is you create a meetup. Yeah. Whatever time, it doesn't matter what time it is, as long as it's within the next 15 minutes. Hop into the meetup and quit, and then you're in the world. So away you go. So I think that worked really well, and you just can't do that with Bologna.
No. Yeah.
But I did see Alton on the road. I saw Norax and I saw yourself out there. So and I saw a few other people too.
That was fantastic.
So it was good, and I think really looking at it, and then again, for what Scott. I mean, Scotty approved of the challenge. Of course he is. He wasn't doing the cycling, was he?
No, he was just in the back pocket,
Honestly,
getting turned around.
It wasn't in the back pocket actually.
Matt's just jumped into the chat as well, so he just said,
he has it now. Now you join us, Matt.
So he just did the 23rd times of, is that Rideau climb to hit 3 million meters of elevation and 2,197,050 meters in the last 134 weeks, which is outrageously amazing. And probably
that's one way to describe it.
In need of some psychological work.
Well, it's hard to believe actually Matt actually has a full-time job as well. Well, I should say that to him.
Is it riding?
And no, it's not. It definitely isn't riding. But maybe he's just let out for good behaviour or something from his solitary confinement cell somewhere in Canada.
Well, just to rub it in as well, he said he's just knocked out 4,444 meters today. Because, what else are you going to do? Hey, I want to shout out to Holly too. Holly's jumped in the chat. Hey, Holly, how you going? So, it was big. So it was a big weekend, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was a big weekend. And, even though, I think I was going well to a point, and then it gets to that point that actually there's a little bit of my body's going, what are you doing? Maybe the pain relief is wearing off. And I can start to feel things again.
You were taking pain relief? What were you taking?
If it's not ibuprofen, then it might be naproxen, which is the next version of ibuprofen, which I can take for my knees. It's just ibuprofen that lasts a bit longer. But then eventually you have to go, look, I am doing this for fun, so I don't need the rest of it today. Tomorrow, perhaps, it's different. Rookie numbers, Matt. Yeah, that's not millimeters. So I did Bologna, and that was a really quite slow effort. And I thought, I'm just going to call it on that one. It's a good place to end. And good call. And I've done, I think, 22 of the climbs. I forget actually what's on there in the end. So and I look at the list and I thought, oh shit.
Yeah,
I haven't even done London, and then I'm sitting there going, oh, all right, and that's going to be painful if I do those. But I think ultimately, it's possible. I just needed to change my strategy, and to do the 41. I think in entirety, you'd have to say, right, cut down on the in betweens, and just portal around, jump around, and just go right. Jump to there, jump to there, jump to there.
Yep.
So I think that's acceptable to do that if you're trying to do the 41, because then you're just purely coming down to the Alp and Ventop are the two big mind heads.
Yeah. On the Epic too.
Well, the Epic, but it's half an hour. And everyone's got half an hour.
Yeah, but not after doing Ventop and Alp the Zwift. And then you've got the ugly sister, the Epic Common Reverse.
Yeah, okay, it's another half an hour. But then obviously you've got Austria, and then obviously you've got those two. There's another two half an hours. So they all add up, really. So I think the 8 or 9 kilometers of 2.5 watts per kilo transitioning, you should. Although I think we already know you're in it, Matt. So there we go. Hello, my name's Matthew Ladd. I'm addicted to climbing, so yes. But I think there's another way I can look at maybe next year. I do like the idea of this race across Zwift, or I think race across Watopia.
Yep.
So therefore, everything that we did in Watopia, we just took Watopia and just said, right, there we go. But no portals. You can't jump. You've now got to get across it as fast as you can and set the one record.
Map. Yep.
And the one map. And therefore, you've got a greater chance of seeing people, I think. But how about you?
Yep.
I mean, in the day, we joined you then for the last 3 hours, I think, at the end of the day to basically torment you. I mean, Holly was on there tormenting you. I was on there. There's a lot of the Aussie guys on there.
It
Coming in to
was,
torment you.
yeah,
You
no,
did
it was
12 hours.
fantastic. So I set my challenge. My challenge was going to be to try and do as many kilometers as I could in just one go. So I know and Holly's having another crack at me for missing Yorkshire. But so I set myself the challenge of just trying to do as many climbs as I could in 12 hours. And look, in hindsight, maybe not my finest decision because it was a real grind by the end. We certainly were, well, I was working hard. Well, hardly working because I was looking at the numbers climbing up the Lux. I'd gotten to London. I'd scheduled the Surrey Hills, which is, Fox Hill, Leith Hill, Box Hill, and Keith Hill. And because that's the last thing you want to be doing after you've done Alpe du Zwift, the Ventop, the Epics, and all those other ones. And so it was a real grind. But the challenge was to try and see how much money we could raise. And so we had that turned on, and we had everyone in the chat, including your good self, who was banned multiple times from donating too much money, and yet it still occurred. And so the goal was we were going to try and my self-imposed goal was to try and reach $1,000. And with about 2 hours to go, we'd only been sitting at $400, but that's where everyone decided to ramp it up a gear. And everyone started to kick in the coffees. We're doing the buy me a coffee thing, and we had all the prompts flashing up on the screen. And so that really started to kick up went to 450, and then the new target was 500, and then it was 550, and then it was 600, and then 650. And at every round number, I was hoping that someone would release me from the hell I was in and say I could stop going. But no, I had to keep going. And the new target kept increasing. That's right, Holly, to 700, 750, and then eventually 800. And I think that's where we stopped it out. And of course, unfortunately, I finished halfway up, I think it was Keith Hill. And whilst in my mind, I thought I could probably do it, I still had about 2.5 kilometers to go to get to the top. And the chat were quite upset with me that I was going to bug out halfway up a climb. But just like you, though, my legs were having a different discussion with me, and especially my right leg. So it was not happy with the fact that I was still going. But the great news was, hang on one second. I'm just going to see if I can bring up a little bit of the action. Where is it? While we're talking.
I think, Nathan, can people still donate now? If they're in that chat and they have not had the opportunity. He's gone. Oh my God. What could I say now? Oh dear. I could chat along, but I'm not entirely sure I'm even talking to anybody. Well, the climb's still going.
Sorry, my browser just crashed. I'm back though. I'm back. So
I was about to show people take that, but anyway, I'll come back to that. Fantastic show.
Yeah. So anyway, while I'm chatting though, I'll see if I can't bring up a bit of the action. So as I said, the goal was to try and get to $1,000. We finished the 12-hour live stream at having raised 800. There we go. And that's just me suffering away there.
I convinced you on a unicycle.
Yeah. It was the only way to relieve the pressure that was building in my right calf muscle. So interestingly, I got there was about 800 chat messages when I looked at the stats at the end.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's very good.
Yeah, everyone was so helpful. Holly was absolutely cracking the whip and rounding up as many people who were just sitting around not doing very much that night, because this is about maybe 9 or 10 o'clock now your time.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd have liked Holly behind me cracking any whip. In all fairness, but you know,
Yeah.
maybe that could be a thing.
Cracking the whip.
Holly. Yeah, well, you know, I could see
And
Holly would actually enjoy doing that. Actually,
yes, yep.
So anyway,
But
sorry, we're digressing there. Sorry.
that's okay. So we finished the stream at $800, but then I got up, went and had a shower, and went and crashed into bed, and then I woke up a bit later to find that Mr. Matt Ladd had then kicked in another 100.
Mr.
Which
Matt Ladd
almost knocked you off your mantle of having donated the most amount. Not quite,
Almost.
but
Not
close.
quite.
And then my mate over here, my ex-podcast mate Andrew Hudson, had also kicked in another 50. So we ended up finishing, technically, the day was at $955. Now, having said that,
this is okay. Go on.
If there's anyone in the stream who is feeling just a little bit heavy from all the cash they've got carrying around in their pockets,
loose change. It's loose change. That's loose change these days. That is
a coffee. Yeah. Not that I'm trying to eke out another $45, or is that exactly what I'm trying to do?
$45. We need $45, or Nathan's going back on the bike.
Oh, please don't let me go back on the bike.
2 kilometers of Keith Hill to do.
I don't want to go back on the bike.
Yeah, well,
and So Matt was an absolute superstar. I was really stoked when I saw that. And there you go. There's on the screen there, Rich buying another 5 coffees, even though he bought like 45 coffees already.
Wow.
It was really fantastic.
Can't take it with me. So,
and look, the great thing was that it was a real community spirit. Like there was a real sense of everyone was, being super supportive. The comments, the chat, and like throughout the entire 12 hours, I did go back through and look. I did about just under 10 hours of actual riding time. Took a little bit of a break here and there. But everyone getting together and being supportive. I was listening to some of the different stories that people had. So people would jump into the chat and then go off and do something and come back. And some people were competing in pickleball games and leagues, and they come back and they tell me they'd won. Other people were waiting to get ready for the Netherlands-Sweden match in the World Cup.
Oh, what a game that
and then I was getting live updates throughout the game about how that was going. Other people had been line dancing and they would come back. Other people had been to family gatherings and, were finishing up and heading to bed. And so it was a really fantastic, one of the guys, Thomas, I was talking to, who had been in the army and had some injuries that he's sort of had overcome and so forth. So it was a really fantastic experience to have people sort of just share that kind of thing. And certainly a really great experience. Now, I probably will need about a year to get over it before I think about doing it again. But certainly fantastic, and lots of the money raised, which will all be going to some wonderful charities, and really being just an all-round great event.
And locally, so the charities that you're going to donate to, and again, as I've said, okay, we do, cyclists fighting cancer. We've also helped Bodie Hoddies in the past and all those sort of things.
There you go. Matt's just kicked in another 12 coffees.
Yes,
just now, just right now. Oh, Matt, hang on while we're talking. Rich,
I know what it is. You're feeling bad, Matt, that you didn't come and cycle with us on Saturday, aren't you? But you are an animal and extremely generous. I know
that is fantastic.
That must tip you over the 1,000.
Oh, 1,015.
There we go.
1,015.
Bingo. That's good. So the charities that you're going to donate that to locally, because I think that's where we're going to position it. I think the other day it was your legs, your effort, and we just put harm's way in front of you,
and the hills, and the hills.
Well, Zwift put the hills in front of you.
Yeah, man. Oh god. Even after that first 4 hours, my right leg was asking me what the hell I was doing because I just don't do climbing very much. I'm definitely more of a sprinter. But
I noticed that in Triquetra. So
I was looking at my stats as I was going uphill, and when I started out doing like an average of 200 up Ven Top, and I think by the time at Box Hill, I think that dropped down to like maybe 80 watts. I was averaging some really despicable times when I was comparing it to you and to Elton and to Norax. But anyway, that doesn't matter. It wasn't about that. It was about the money, and so We'll be donating this to Lifeline here in Australia, which is which supports mental health and a range of other services. So which is just fantastic. And again, Matt, thank you very much for your very, very generous donations. I won't go through and tally them up because I don't want to embarrass Rich on air, but I think you might have tapped him out. Or you might be $5 just under Rich. I think Rich was $165.
No. Don't tell him that. Don't
Matt's at 160.
No.
Hey, Steve, how are you?
But
he had a limited time on the weekend, is what Matt's telling us.
All right then. You're forgiven, Matthew. But yeah. I mean, look. I mean, we all lead busy lives. I mean, the fact that you're connecting, I'm connecting with people from Toronto, Vancouver to Melbourne to Hobart. I mean, by the way,
Texas,
we must get Elton.
Netherlands, Yorkshire.
Yeah, we must get Elton on Yorkshire. Let's not forget Yorkshire, obviously.
No, we can't forget Yorkshire.
So and actually, we should actually. I think Holly would do well to come on here and tell us what she's been up to. She's always doing something, isn't she, on the bike? Maybe. I think she did mention to us. I'm allowed to say the whoosh stuff. So there's the whoosh championships or the world championships. I think in July, isn't it? July for a week. So maybe Holly can come and tell us how that went after she's completed it and got her kit. So yeah, I'd love to hear how that worked out. I haven't checked my challenge actually, whether I could even do it. But great. Look, you've hit 4 figures, and I think probably with a couple of hours to go, we probably thought that's going to take a bit of effort.
Yeah. Well, certainly on the stream when I was about 2 hours to go, and I was only at $400, and then from 400 in those last 2 hours, we doubled that. So and just goes to show you what the community can do.
And again, it's one thing that Zwift has given at the day. It's brought people together who will perhaps never meet each other in person. So I'm hoping to meet you one day in person. That's what I'd like to say there, Nathan. So, but we'll talk about that one offline rather than online. But it's because it's. But a lot of people will never meet each other in person, I think, at the end of the day, and yet have great relationships and friendships with people that are a little more than a
little digital avatar,
a digital avatar cycling around something that looks So it is amazing how we sort of
it is when you step back. It really is fantastic. And that was one of those moments. That last sort of 30 odd minutes where it just, if I had hair, it'd be blown back. It was, I
did raise whether we could do one of those like bidding sites where, every time someone bid basically bought you a coffee in the last minute, then the target changed, and therefore you get another 5 minutes to cycle. I wonder if we could probably still have you on the bike now. It's that would be one of those things actually. If you could find an event and that could actually work for, and it would be interesting to see how. Maybe you'd have to call it at some point in time. So it's an interesting concept to raise money of. The more you bid, the longer I ride. Maybe I don't know.
Yep. Well, maybe next time. Yep. Oh no, yeah. I think you're crafty enough to come up with something that is both A, fun, and B, horrendously painful. So I'll leave that in your capable hands to devise.
Well, again, nice. I can only work with what the platform allow us to cycle in, and half track. But look, if it gives one person something different to do at a weekend other than myself, then I don't force people to do it. Then people are enthused enough to go, yeah, I'll do that. I'll take that on. Then
fair play.
why not? I think at the end of the day, it's great if thousands do it, but equally we need a bit more. We need a bit more from the platform to help that do. But we've still got the platform; it still works for us, and I think we put some decent stuff out there. So and we'll just try again next time. See what comes up next year.
For sure.
So
absolutely.
So where should
next
we go
on the
next?
schedule? The tour.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously we're not riding the tour,
No.
but the tour is approaching us all soon, isn't it? So have you crashed again?
No, I'm still here.
Okay, I've got a big white screen now in front of me with an unhappy face on it. So what's that?
What have you got on your screen?
I've just got a big white screen. So
hang on.
Yeah, what have you done? You've broken it again, haven't you? Well, that's better. Now I can.
Yeah.
Now I can see at least me and thee. The real tour, doesn't it, begins in a couple of weeks' time. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if anyone can knock Mr. Pogačar off the. I didn't know. Did he win this Tour of Swiss the weekend? I think he did.
That's a good question. I was cycling, so I don't know. I haven't looked.
I know he was doing the time trial on the Saturday when we were doing it and beat Matthias van der Poel by 1 second. 1 second. It's just like
yeah.
He couldn't even give him 1 second.
That's a kick in the guts, isn't it?
Yeah, Matt. It's getting warm. It's getting warm. So I should be out my bike tomorrow, I think, but I didn't do it today. My legs were still feeling it a little bit.
Well,
have you been out? What have you done today?
Oh, I've not done anything. I've just been recovering. But you not only did your climbing, just coming back to the RAZ stuff, but then you went out the next day and you knocked out another 60 odd Ks.
Yeah, but that was I think that's acceptable. It's an acceptable sort of spin down afterwards. I had to get out. I said the weather was so nice. It is sort of criminal, and I can understand most people being outside. Wouldn't blame them at all. So I had to force myself out to go and just do something. But yeah, so nothing with any significant hills in it. That's all I can say. Thankfully. But yeah, so the tour's coming up. Now, this year we are fortunate enough to, as we did in Triquetra, have that double Alp stage. So on stage 20 and stage 19, the Alp is in play, albeit a slightly different route and slightly on stage 20 where it goes up what's it called now? Well, it's the Alp on the Friday, and it gives me an S. Get stage 20 up. Don't tell me
I'm trying to find it.
There we go. Go down there.
Getting into it.
Go on then.
Stage 20 there?
Yeah, well, okay. And if you look at stage 20, and I think if you look at it, you'll show the route of it. Col Seren. Anyway, Col Seren, that's what it's called. That's what it goes up there. So we're lucky enough to be out there. So I'm going to start covering the Alp on the while I'm out. We go out on the Tuesday. I'm going to start covering the Alp, the bends with our little FRR stickers. So there's a little on our home webpage now. There's a little sticker that I'm going to start putting on the Alp. So I think what we'll be putting out there is if you can scan the code and just register you've seen it, then it'd be interesting how many Zwifters are actually out there. And two, you might actually get yourself a little jersey if you join the actual thing. Okay, yes, it is one of those things you've got to be on the Alp to do it. Sorry if you live in South America, Norax, or maybe in Melbourne.
Or Australia,
but
exactly.
Australia, yeah. But there'll be one on every corner. When I went there a couple of years ago, I put one on every corner, wherever you've got, on each of the bends, you've got the who's won the Alp stage. I'd be interested to see whether actually those little stickers. Where's my little sticker around here? It's here somewhere. But you can see it on the home webpage. But equally, that sticker, there's a little QR code that will take you through to the website. So I go and stick those on all the little posts.
Yep.
I don't blast it too much because at the end of the day, one, it tells the French who put it there, and so I know where to come and find me.
But all publicity is a good publicity, isn't it?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, but I have to sort of hope. Well, yeah. I mean, look. I mean, I tend to put them where people have put other stickers. So
yeah, exactly. And I've seen some of those. They're covered, except for the actual text of the route and maybe the elevation or the gradient. The rest of the sign is absolutely covered.
Yeah, they are. And for what I have learned, when I've been up, say, Von 2, and I've put stickers out there, then they regularly go away and take them all off, and then another set come up. So it's a perpetual thing. I think the art is putting them somewhere that they don't rip them all off. That's still relevant to where you are. So anyway, so up there, I'm also going to be camped. So if anyone's actually in our Zwifty world is actually on the hill, on stage 19, then come and find us because we'll be around. Well, we'll be actually at the Flamme Rouge Racing. We'll be at the Flamme Rouge banner, which is basically the 1 kilometer marker. So we'll be there, and I'm going to start decorating the road. I'm going to stick the little Octaine and Flamme Rouge Racing crown and triangle, crangle as we call it, on the road. So I'm going to get my paint out and paint the road, as many people do. It doesn't seem to be illegal to do it, so I will do that, and let's see if we can actually see it on TV.
Can we convince you to get dressed up in some sort of costume?
Well, I don't think I'm allowed to be DD the Devil.
You can be.
Go on.
No. I think we get you dressed up as a chili.
Well, I could be dressed up as a chili. That would be
good. That would be fantastic. I'm going to start rounding up all the support I can to see if we can get you a chili costume.
Yeah, I suppose that would sort of work. I mean, and I don't suppose I'm allowed to dress up as a Scotty. But no, I think that one's actually in that costume's in use. I think at the moment with Leah, when she hops out to the Femmes Zwift. I don't think she loans it to people. Unfortunately, but yeah, okay. Well, I suppose I can be up for it. That won't. To be fair, it won't be the weirdest thing that you see on the Alp that day,
or that you've worn.
Well, now. I suppose we are after 8 o'clock now, so I suppose we can say things like that. I suppose so. That's I'd have to get it. I don't know how I'd have to get it from. Mate, you're not talking like a big inflatable one, are you?
I am looking right now as you speak.
What do you mean you're looking? You're looking for a chili costume.
I'm looking for a chili costume.
I can only imagine what you're finding. I suppose I could. Oh, you're not posting something up on screen.
No. I'm just going to see if I can bring it up. I will bring it up, and I'll switch back, and I'll bring it up.
Maybe if I'm sponsored enough, I could do it.
I think, we might have to work out something. We might have to work out something where, we can get something happening. There we go. You can get the guns out.
Well, get the guns out. What I could do, now this is what you could do. So what they do is actually they open the Alp for bikers to go up it before the race gets there. Okay, and obviously you have to complete the Alp before the broom wagon kicks you off. So there's a possibility there. I could ride the Alp as a Chile through the madness that it will be Dutch corner, everything else, and cover myself with the stickers and everything else on there. So that could be a possibility.
I'm liking that idea.
You know, I get my little Insta GoPro thing. It's not a GoPro, sorry. My little Insta 360 thing going. That should get some really good footage of some stupid man in a Chile outfit riding the Alp before the pros do it in 35 minutes. Red hot. That says everything, doesn't it? It's only available in Oslo at $29.
Oh, I can sort that out. That's the least of your problems.
I think we almost need we need to have a chat about if we set up a GoFundMe and we hit enough. I think we go right. We'll donate all of that to a worthy cause,
to charity.
Whether it's Bodie Hodges, the site. Okay, we could do CFC and Bodie Hodges for those two for sure. If we can raise enough, then I'll cycle the Alp as a Chile.
I like that idea. I'm getting that started right now.
Anyways,
that's fantastic.
That almost feels like karma to you. This does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does a little bit. Actually, no, but it's all, as I said, it's all good. It's all good, all for a good cause. And the fact that on the front of your website that you've got that the little Chile with the pitchfork. We'll have to make sure we have to get you a pitchfork too.
I've got to carry a pitchfork as well.
Yep.
You clearly haven't cycled the Alp for real, have you?
I do, but just I don't. I just sit up. I don't hold the handlebars.
I would definitely have to hold the handlebars going up it. So there he is down there.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. Well, it sounds like a
challenge.
Yeah. Bugger. It can't be a black. Well, it could be a black outfit actually, but
look, I'm sure we can make that. Red and black with that kind of thing. But I think with the pitchfork, you can just poke the people as you're riding up.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
Sounds like I've got some merchandising to do. So also on the tour, then we'll try and do a little podcast maybe for whether we have to do something on that front. Won't have to get you up, but whether we can do it while the race is going on, that might be a bit time restriction to yourself, I think. But because I don't think they'll actually hit.
This would be fantastic.
Yeah, but I know, but it would be.
They're
going to hit the Alp. They're going to hit the Alp for you probably 4:00 in the afternoon in my time.
Yeah, that works for me.
Actually, at 5:00. But you're nuts. You're nuts here because that's 3 hours earlier than we started this podcast, and it's already 6 a.m. when you started this podcast, isn't it?
Oh no, it's 4 a.m.
So it's like 1:00 in the morning to you.
I'll tell you exactly. So what do you thought it was about 4 p.m.?
I'd say before 4 p.m. CET, so Europe French time.
Yep. All right, let's have a look. Midnight. That's early. Midnight's good. I can definitely do midnight. You're locked in now. That's it. We're done.
Right. Okay. Well, if you see Pogačar being chased by a Chile, then
just you running along the side of the road.
Yeah, prodding him with a fork.
Wow, wouldn't that be great to see that?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, and
have you there?
You do realise the French police are armed, so man gets cut down in his prime. So
Matt's giving you excellent merchandising ideas here.
What's he doing now? A watch. I would. If there was an FRR watch, you think I'm not Rolex, unfortunately, Matt, but if I was, then I'll think about that.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Get me an FRR watch. Thank you, Matt.
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
Yeah, you need. Well, you should watch. Would each of the digits on there, Matt, tell you which climb to do next? Is that what it would be? So 1 o'clock it is Ventop time, and 12 o'clock time it's the Alp time.
Or it could be in meters. So, like 1 o'clock is 1,000 meters. Then at 2 o'clock you got to do 2,000 meters.
Yeah, I could work too.
Look at your watch. It's 7,500 meters.
Exactly what you think. Exactly what you would do all the time. So that's the tour. We're going to do a bit on there, and so let's see what. Oh, I can't believe we've talked myself into this. That wasn't on the agenda, was it? I'm not sure where that's even come from. That's just like some bush animal that's come out, bitten me, and run back in.
Yep.
Exactly
right. It. We've also got the Liv du Tour that's coming up too.
Yeah. So again, obviously, Fem's tour will be August 1st. And we've got 9 stages, 9 days in there. It's something that we've promoted out there, started up. Obviously, we had Carla and Sonia and John on podcast last time, and it's there. It's set up. It's ready to go. And I think over this next month we'll start doing a lot more promotion of it towards the 1st of August.
Yep.
It is a public and open event. There are 4 times that we're going to do it. Now, we might be able to pop in with very little sort of added admin, effectively, an earlier time, maybe the 6 a.m. time, something like that. And certainly on the TT stages, I will put more times in, because that impacts nothing other than gives people more options. So it'll be interesting, because again, that is an open tour. There's a women's tour, a women's only tour, and there is a men only tour. And we're going to put some prizes up for that. And I think a lot more of the prizes will be a participation type prize rather than whoever comes on podiums. So it's a bit like, well, the more stages you do, the more tickets I've bought for the actual giveaway. You don't need to be a FRR subscriber to do it. We'd love you to be an FRR subscriber in that sort of stuff.
Definitely help.
But ultimately, if it's a t-shirt or a headband or a towel or a bottle, but ultimately, if you do 1 stage, then you get 1 ticket in the draw. If you've done 9 stages, then you've got 9. I think that's the way to look at it.
Perfect.
So we'll still be running e-gaps across the events. We'll still be running sprinters and climbers, and comparing your times across everybody. So it'll very much be like an FRR type tour, only we haven't tried to destroy people with the difficulty of the tour the other day. It's very much let's make it accessible to everybody, with the one exception, and it's not really an exception, is that when the women are doing Ventop, we all do Ventop in one form or another. So that stage is pretty much saying, look, Ventop is very much there, the pinnacle of that particular event, and that tour. So it's right that I think we should all do it, and in our own way. I'm looking forward to just see how that goes. Now, again, we're looking to obviously increase that communication and visibility of it, and that's something we'll be doing over this whole run up between now and the end of July to hit August as possible. So looking forward to see how that goes.
Perfect.
And
we've also got the Weekend Warrior.
The Warrior, obviously we took a bit of a break this weekend, just gone to razz about. and we kick off again next weekend with it, just to just keep dotting them back in. Now we're going to, with that particular one, it's good to actually we're not doing it this weekend actually because it's going to be really, really hot. So the schedule for Weekend Warrior there, I haven't updated for the courses on the next one yet because we're going to do a bit of a crit session. So we don't often do a crit which basically says, okay, then we'll do an ITT crit, we'll do obviously the points crit, and then a scratch crit. So it'll be a bit shorter, a bit sharper, and those routes will populate. So I'm still open to a club or a team that wants to promote, choose the courses and distances. So we've got a week to do that. Maybe HDR want to do it if you Aussies are all stuck inside because it's too cold to go out now. Then maybe HDR want to put the three together.
Let me
have a chat.
We'll put our thinking caps on.
I think you should. I think it sounds like the event that your legs are made for.
Well, not after this weekend.
Oh well, again,
they're all recovered. Stuff. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, there's good participation across how that's been working, given all the other events that are going on. CYE or Sci Racing, crush your enemies. They certainly turned up for their for that weekend where they tortured us all, which I thank them for. And then Herc a week later again took on the mantle to put the courses together for that Weekend Warrior. So yeah, I'll take. I'm certainly open to another team taking it on for the 3rd of July and just saying, okay, how about this? And then everybody else can come and beat them. Exactly, yeah. Now, I think the last thing on our list is to talk about Six, and I need a little bit more time on it. I think just to go into that one. It's still going to run in the entirety in October through to early December. So whereas before last year or this season one, this particular episode is going to run probably. Well, for sure it's going to run there. I just need to see where some of the key dates of other events start landing. We want to run it on a Monday and a Tuesday. When ZRL is not on, we'll jump into the Tuesday night to get maximum exposure for people. And I think one of the biggest changes, other than making the season shorter and sharper, is a team's riders can come from race. So, for instance, HDR, you were lucky to actually get all of your team riders to riding at the same time all the time. But maybe your team could be made up of 3 riders riding in Oz time and 2 in Europe.
Well, we did have a couple like that. Yeah, we had a couple from the UK.
But the difference being is that they can be racing in the 6 o'clock races in the evening, which works for them and
their time.
At their time. So, so for instance, a team in Western states could say, well, look, we've got 2 locally, but we've got 3 in Australia. We can never meet. It doesn't matter if those 3 in Australia can just race for that team against you guys who are racing there, then as long as you're racing at the right level, you've just got more people in your race. And your team score is going to get built up from your 5 riders from wherever they race, not necessarily in the same race. So I'm wondering whether that would help teams and clubs pull riders together. So it'd be interesting to hear what people say about that. So
absolutely.
Obviously, the European space was already go on.
I was going to say, so if people do have some ideas or some thoughts around that, jump into the FRR Discord channel. The link's in the description below. There's a whole subsection of chat there about Super 6, as well as all the other events that Rich has got running or being devised. So get along to that. The link's there, and let Rich know what you think about that.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for 6 really is how do we increase the number of people racing. Now, okay, it's people enjoyed 6 when they were doing it. Or I think they did from what feedback I had. But how do I get more people? How do I get 30 riders in your race at your time in the morning? And I think at the end of the day, part of that part of the issue there. We all know was, well, Friday night wasn't working well for many people. So will the day change make a difference? Mondays, Tuesdays, that sort of thing. Will the shorter season help in the sense of I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, so I know what I'm headed for straight away, and it's working as well without sort of again, we did it from October through to March. That's a long old period of time.
It's a fair bit of racing, isn't it?
It's a fair. Well, and again, Zwifters look what they're doing. In the next hour. Now I know teams wise, maybe a week they can know where they are going to be. So trying to think where they're going to be and commit to something that is 6 months long is okay. We got there, but I think it can be better. And the other side of things is, again, if teams go, well, I can't be competitive unless I've got 5 riders. If I can't get 5 riders to ride now, there's no point in me racing. So what we want to try and break is actually, well, okay, teams like TBW, for instance, out your way, Tune Bike Works, if they can draw 3 riders from the Australian space and 2 going, well, my other 2 riders are, one's in America and is racing at 11 o'clock at night and the other one's in the UK, there's our 5. But you get an extra 3 races in your races that you didn't have before.
Exactly.
And times that by 3 or 4, suddenly you have a lot more of a competitive race for everybody. So yeah, I still don't think it's right or right at this moment in time to do a gender only type set of races. I think the team racing in the ladies space to do something as prescriptive as what we did with 6 is going to be difficult for teams to pull together. I think. That's my sort of opinion. It is, and you can, and I know we've got the infrastructure to support it, but I want it to be a success for everyone. And that's the key thing. We go through a lot of promotion, a lot of work to just to put anything onto the web, and I want I'd want every gender to have a great experience racing, and I can't guarantee that if we try and divide and conquer a little bit. Maybe one day, because I think it will really do, and I've got an idea of how that could work, as in to make it, to almost procure it, but we'll see. But I think at the day we're still in the build stage. So. But yeah, so 6, and again, I still think that is going to be October through to early December. It's 8 weeks, and we will do basically, straight through to the finals and go for it. Now, as for prizes, as for a reason for doing it other than great racing, then we'll think about that. I think it's been quite well received this year about getting something in our hands tangible for actually our efforts. As if customs allow it through at times, which we're still battling with in places.
Really?
Some countries, absolutely. Some countries are quite, even though we're giving away effectively free gifts. We have a couple of countries that it comes in and they just go, no, it's going to stay in customs until someone pays 30 euros or whatever it is to get it out. And that's a bit of a shame. We go through
30 euros.
I know it's and all the effort that goes into the sort of stuff that you're wearing, the t-shirt I'm wearing. And there's an awful lot of effort to to get that to a country's door, and for it never to get there is very. I think it's disappointing to the person who's waiting to receive it, and it's disappointing to us for all the effort that goes into, from Aidan over in Canada, who gets this, who manages all of this for us, and from Danny, the designer, who's, put these sort of designs together. And I think, great, we want to reward people. To be held up with bureaucracy is a bit of a,
a bit of a kick in the guts.
I'll just say it takes the piss. You can edit that bit out. But it's disappointing because, so sorry about that. But we do try with it out there. But some of the times they just don't land. So
that's a real shame.
Anyway, so I think we'll get a bit more on 6. I have got it planned out where it is. I do want to see where ZRL where his little gaps are going to be. We have to plan around that. I think a little bit, and the only other thing that I think the day I will throw out there for is our tour season. I want to make our tour season special again. I think at the end of the day, I'm just trying to work out how I can make it. I think as I said before, making the tour something I want to be part of rather than saying I've done that is that's my challenge. I think at the day to actually what makes it okay. The people do make them, and I'm sure the people will be there when the days get cold and wet and dark, and they're going, okay, what can I do this week? But I think there's a lot more to be had from working with the community, to make events that says the community wants to do rather than are imposed upon them. So that's my little challenge to fit in. And if it means less is more, then that's one of the routes I look for is, less is more. So why do I need to do 4 tours when I could do 2, for instance? And you go, well, actually, right, I actually do want to be part of those 2. 4 would be, there's 4 of them. I think so. There's definitely things for me that I'm looking at here and just making sure I get some views on it. I think so. But
perfect.
That'll get us through.
Absolutely. And I think the last thing we had was your update on the green jersey, yeah?
Oh, the green jersey. Oh, there it is. Well, yeah. So we showed that last time. And from the 26th of this month, we're allowed to allocate it. And I will say that as I said to Nathan, from all of his efforts from the weekend, and being a sprinter, then the first recipient will be young Nathan Krake, and you'll be able to show that off once I can allocate it to you over the weekend. So,
over this weekend, coming.
Well, it just takes the word from me to certain people, and they can just throw it in your locker. People are still going to have to earn it, so people can still have to earn it. Yeah. I think the question will come. Oh, well, I won a sprinter's jersey before. Can I have it? No, you have to come and earn it again. So all those lovely sprinters out there, the Bostroms out in the States, come back and win your jerseys. Mika Block, I think, out there, and then Linny. I want you competing for your the green jerseys again, and because I think you're going to want that one now in game. It's taken us 3 years to wait for it.
Yikes!
And, okay. Well, we get a jersey no matter who you are. Well, ish, I suppose, every 3 years. So we now have green. We have green to allocate. So
that's awesome.
Indeed. So I'm not sure I will ever legally earn it, but I might be able to trial it. But yeah. So cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is fantastic. And thank you very much, by the way. So that was great.
12 hours of your time was you've definitely earned it, and you did all that time in Triquetra trying to going through it. So I think you've earned your wings.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That is going to be great. I'll definitely be riding around with that on for a while. And that's that's about it. I think. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that we had listed. I've got to go away now and start creating a GoFundMe. For the chili costume. Oh, I'll get that out in the wild.
It would actually. To be fair, I could get. I'm not sure I convince. I've got a mate going with us as well. I'm not sure I can convince him to wear a chili costume as well. But for
the right amount of money, I think we could probably make that happen.
I could say we were doing it for charity.
Yeah,
we could do it for charity. Yeah, and
you can't say no to charity.
No, he can't. He can't really. No. And I need to weigh him down with something because he's probably a bit better than me. So yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's
figure that out.
We'll figure that one out. Thank you very much, Nathan, for putting this together and allow us to have a voice. Thank you, Holly, for joining.
Thank you very much.
Matthew.
And Matt there and Steve as well. And we had a few other people join in. So thank you very much, everyone. That was wonderful. All right, guys. So if you make this far, you are part of the breakaway. Here's what you do next. If you haven't subscribed to the FRR YouTube channel, go and do that. The link's just in below there. It really does help us to keep this going and get the word out. Jump into the Discord channel. There's meme support. There's a chat. There's extra information. There's pics of Rich at the Take That concert, so you don't want to miss that. And so there's a whole bunch of other things. You can go and look. The link's in the description. And remember, whether you're chasing watts or just trying not to get dropped, ride smart, ride spicy, and when it gets hard, lean in. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks, Rich. We'll see you all soon.
Cheers, Nathan.
What are you? Off.